Hello friends, welcome to this channel. So friends, from today onwards we are going to start the Hindu editorial section, the complete analysis of the Hindu paper, and we are going to analyze various editorials, the world page, the economics page, the business page, and we are also going to cover the reading comprehension of English language. So all the aspirants of UPSC, Ias and Jkpsc case have to go through this. So what I have done is, as you look upon the newspaper, you will find on the editorial page number 6, you will find this article, Threat or Treat. The final agreement of RCEP covers various issues that India had flagged. So in this section you will find this article on page number 6 of the Hindu newspaper. Here you will see there is a article on final agreement of RCEP, which is Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership. You will see this whole article, and I have made a notes out of it. So let's see what is written in this article. In this article, Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership (RCEP) is mentioned. So here we have made some notes out of it. So RCEP, it is an accord which was signed by 15 countries, which include China, Japan, South Korea, Australia, New Zealand and ASEAN. In ASEAN, 10 countries are included. So as you see on this page, RCEP, it creates world's largest trading blocks. It was a world's largest trading blocks. And the most important thing about RCEP is that after 7 years of protracted negotiations, India have exit the grouping last November. In last November, India have exit. And it was debatable kind of a thing because RCEP members now account around 30% of global GDP. And it is third of the world's population. So it was a debatable kind of a thing which was done by India because it is going to largely impact our economy. So what more is written in this article is about the Asian signatories, which include Vietnam and Philippines. These were also included in RCEP. Then these two countries which are a bit smaller type of economies, and they also have a disputes with China, and despite of the disputes with China and trade imbalances with the China, they have stayed with this RCEP, this accord. Okay, also what they have done is that they have chosen to bury differences for their benefits. Some more things which were included in this article were RCEP members, they kept doors open for India to re-enter. India can re-enter in this RCEP group. But what S. Jaishankar has said, who is the Minister of External Affairs, he said, in the name of openness, India allowed unfair trade and manufacturing advantages to other countries. So, from now onwards, India is focusing on Atmanirbhar, self-reliance more. So no way of entering RCEP again. So India have made clear statement they have no intentions to go into the RCEP again. So guys, you can find this statement of S. Jaishankar on Hindu's newspaper on page number around I think 8 or 9, where world's affairs are mentioned. In that page you will see the S. Jaishankar statement. So guys, it was the first article mentioned in the editorial section. I have explained it thoroughly about Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership. Then we will move to the next editorial article which was mentioned in the next page. India's high economic growth has been of little value for its under-acknowledged female workers. So I will show you where it is. So guys, this is the article which is on the 7th page of the Hindu newspaper, and this article mainly focuses on under-acknowledged female workers, and it has constantly compared its with India's high economic growth that has a very little value for under-acknowledged female workers. That is the article. So I have made a notes out of it. So let's go to there. So guys, this article basically focuses on the female employment trends, and basically it focuses on the women empowerment. The first thing which is mentioned in this article is the Committee on the Status of Women in India, CSWI. It has completed its 50 years since it submitted report to UN on towards equality focused on women sensitive policy making in India. Okay, then the second thing which is mentioned in this article is Beijing Platform for Action, which has got its 25th anniversary on 17th November. It has set up a benchmark for analyzing the condition of women and state-led empowerment. That is the second thing which is mentioned in this article. Then this thing is mentioned that India's female employment trends, they do not resonate with its high economic growth, low fertility and rise in female schooling. Because rise in female schooling and low fertility and economic growth has not gone with the trends with female employment. It is still debatable. Then this survey is mentioned, the Periodic Labor Force Survey PLFS, which was surveyed on 2018 to 2019 in between it, and in this survey what they have found that women faced decline in labor participation rates in rural areas from 35.8% to 26.4%. It was the decline in labor participation rates, and in urban areas there was a stagnation at around 20.4%. This is the thing. Then there is a World Economic Forum's Global Gender Gap Reports, which ranks India at 149 out of 153 countries in terms of women's economic participation and opportunity. So next report which is mentioned in this article is Oxfam Report, in which gender wage gap is highest in Asia, and with women 34% below men, and that is for equal qualification and work for both women and men, but the gender wage gap is below 34%, with women 34% below men. Okay, then you will find in this article there is a research analysis which was done by the Shiny Chakrabarti. She is a research analyst. She has mentioned that agriculture employs 60% of women in India, and manufacturing employs 14% of the women labor force. And then there was another survey, National Sample Survey NSS 2005, which says our 60% of the 4.75 million domestic workers are women. So it was a large number. Then in this article, the another thing which is mentioned about female employment trends is this COVID-19 fallout. How much have COVID-19 have disturbed the women? The Center for Monitoring Indian Economy, CMIE, it showed 39% of the women lost their jobs in April and May compared to 29% of women. So women have lost their jobs. They have lost their jobs in more number than the men. And then next thing which is mentioned in this article is WHO reports 70% of the world's healthcare and social workers are women, and in India there are ASHA workers which are working, but they are underpaid and overworked. So there is basically a female employment, large kind of a deficit in men and women employment and wages. So this has to be changed. So guys, this was the article on the page number 7 of the Hindu newspaper, which focuses on the India's high economic growth that has been of little value for its under-acknowledged female workers, and there was a large difference between wages of between men and women. And they have mentioned various surveys and various reports in this article. So it is very important for you in terms of a UPSC, Ias, and Jkpsc exams. So next we will go into the important news, world affairs. So guys, now we will move to the world page of the Hindu newspaper. So here there were some important news mentioned. The first one is the Joe Biden, the president of America, seeks window on vaccine plans. The newly appointed president of America, Joe Biden, he was mentioned in this news, and in this news he seeks window on vaccine plans. So the next was the Mahindra Rajapaksa. He is the PM of Sri Lanka, and he is also the Minister of Finance of Sri Lanka. So he was to unveil crucial budget today on 17 November. Okay. Then there was mentioned that there was news about Imran Khan. He is the Pakistan PM, from the party Tehreek-e-Insaf, PTI. And the news about Boris Johnson was also there, the UK PM, who went in self-isolation after contact with the COVID-19 patients. Then the most important thing which was mentioned in this worldly affairs page is the conflict between Ethiopian government and Tigray rebels. So what is this conflict? I will explain the whole scenario of it. So stay tuned. So guys, this was the article on conflict between Ethiopian government and Tigray rebels, and it was on the world page. So basically, what is the conflict between Ethiopian government and Tigray rebels? I have made notes of it, so I will explain it. Okay. So guys, let us understand the conflict between Ethiopian government and Tigray rebels. So basically, first of all, we will explain what is this Tigray rebels. Tigray rebels, it is Tigray People Liberation Front. You will see on the left side of the screen, TPLF. It is a military cum political party. It was founded in 1975 as a resistance army of the Tigrayan people against dictatorship called the Derg. It was actually formed as a resistant army in 1975 against the dictatorship of Derg, but it also played crucial role in ousting leftist Derg in 1991. What this TPLF front has done, that it has ousted the Derg in 1991, and what it has done after the ousting of the leftist Derg in 1991, TPLF leader, Tigray People Liberation Front leader Miles Zinani, he took over as interim president in 1991 after the ousting of Derg. Then he remained in power till 2012. So when this conflict actually occurs, it was because of the EPRDF. You will see on the right side of your screen, EPRDF, Ethiopian People's Revolutionary Democratic Front. What this front is, it is actually the coalition put together by Mr. Zinani, coalition of many parties. There were many parties in the Ethiopia, and EPRDF is the coalition of many parties. And it was put together by Mr. Zinani, who is the TPLF leader at the time. So what it has done, EPRDF was accused of being increasingly authoritarian, because it has gained is increase in authority of the politics of the Ethiopia. So what this EPRDF basically has done, which leads to the conflict between Ethiopian government and Tigray rebels, is that in 2018 EPRDF chose Mr. Abiy Ahmed. This Abiy Ahmed, they chose him to lead government, and this Abiy Ahmed is a former military intelligence officer, and he is also a Nobel Prize winner. And what this Abiy Ahmed has done, that he has started a military operation in the rebellious Tigray region in October 2020. So that leads to the conflict between TPLF. TPLF is a Tigray People Liberation Front, and between Ethiopia government. Ethiopian government had the uh, president of it is Abiy Ahmed. So we will see. Let's see. So guys, you can see it in this map. The Ethiopia region, it is surrounded by Eritrea and Sudan. They are the two countries, and various other parts were also surrounded by Ethiopia, and this leads to the conflict because there was many reasons between conflict of TPLF, Tigray People Liberation Front, and Abiy Ahmed, and this conflict rises because of various reasons. So I have mentioned those reasons also in this article. Those reasons were mentioned, so I have made a note of it, out of it, so I will mention that also. So guys, you are seeing it, the conflict between TPLF and Abiy Ahmed, it rises because of several reasons. I have mentioned these reasons in arrows, you can see on the screen. The first reason is because Abiy Ahmed, he reached out to Eritrea. Eritrea is another country, another region surrounding Ethiopia, and he reached out to Eritrea, a sworn enemy of the TPLF, and these Eritrea people were enemy of Tigray People Liberation Front. So Abiy Ahmed, what he has done, he has reached out to Eritrea, which shares long border with the Tigray region. Tigray region, I have shown it, and that this is the Tigray region. You can see source graphic news. This is the Tigray region, and it is Tigray region. It is surrounded by Eritrea region. Okay, so this was the first reason for the conflict of TPLF with Abiy Ahmed. Then the second reason is Abiy Ahmed, he belongs to most population of the Ethiopia, which is 34% of the total population of Ethiopia, and these Tigray people make only 6% of the population. So almost elite marginalization, and there was a conflict between these two, we can say caste, or these two communities. So this was the second reason. Then the third reason is Abiy formed new political coalition. He also formed a new political coalition, the Prosperity Party. The Prosperity Party, he has met. Prosperity Party includes all constituents of EPRDF, and in this party, every constituent, every party is involved except TPLF, Tigray People Liberation Front, was not involved in this Prosperity Party. So this also leads to the conflict between Ethiopian government and Tigray rebels. So that was the reason. Then one more reason which is mentioned in this article is the Mr. Abiy Ahmed, what his government has done, that they decided to postpone elections due to the COVID-19, and when they decided to postpone these elections, they were opposed by the TPLF, the Tigray People Liberation Front. So this was also the conflict. This also leads to the conflict between these two fronts. Okay. Also, you can see in this article, this thing is mentioned that Tigray region, it shares border with the Sudan. You can see in this map, there's Tigray region. There's a Tigray region on the right side, right corner of the map, and you can see this Tigray region. It is surrounded by Sudan region. You can see it here. I can show you. This is the Sudan region. This is the Tigray region. Okay. They are Tigray region is surrounded by this Sudan. Okay. Let's see what is mentioned next. So this TPLF front, this front enjoyed good relations with Sudan's ousted dictator Omar Bashir. Okay, this TPLF front, what it has got, it has enjoyed very good relations with the Sudan, but the Sudan has a border dispute with Ethiopia. Okay, Sudan has a border dispute with Ethiopia. So present government, which is of uh, Mr. Abiy Ahmed, it has got conflicts with Sudan. Okay, and Sudan is with TPLF. It has good relations with the TPLF front, so they both can come together and then they can attack the APDRDF. Sorry, Abiy government. Okay, so if Sudan's new rulers keep the old links with the TPLF active and the border open for the rebels, the conflict could go on. Okay, this is the map I have made for my convenience. Okay, let's go to the next section. The next thing which is important in perspective of the IS and case paper is this business page, which is around a 10 or 11 page number of the in the Hindu newspaper. So I have also made the notes out of it. So in this business page, there was not a lot of news today on 17th November 2020. There was only mentioned, the first thing was the wholesale price inflation WPI of India. It has quickened to highest level in 8 months. Okay, this was the first thing. Then the second thing we mentioned, there was Bharat Petroleum Corporation Limited, the BPCL. It gets its 3 to 4 bids for the sale of share of a government shares, which is around 52.98%. It got 3 to 4 bids, and the Reliance company has skipped this bid. Okay, the next thing which is mentioned in this business page is the power demand grew 7.8% in first half of November 2020. That is it is 50.15 billion unit BU. Okay, that was not so important kind of a thing. So next thing which is mentioned in the newspaper, I have taken some current affairs out of it. Only I have mentioned it before, the current affairs. So in this I have only taken up one important thing, which is the Kochi Mangaluru Natural Gas Project. The Kochi Mangaluru Natural Gas Project. And what regarding this is important is the GAIL India. The GAIL India is a company, has completed 444 kilometer long natural gas pipeline in Kerala. So this was a project. It was completed by GAIL India, and it was launched in 2009, and it costed about rupees 2915 crores. The last 540 meter stretch across the Chandragiri river in Kerala was finally completed by authorities. It was a lot of a headache in this stretch because there was a river. So this was the important thing about Kochi Mangaluru National Gas Project. And the P. Murugesan, he is the executive director and head of the southern region of GAIL India. Okay. So guys, here you can see this news on the Hindu newspaper. The GAIL completes Kochi Mangaluru project, and this gas will reach Mangaluru through 444 kilometer pipeline this week. So you can see on this map where how it has been established, this project, this whole Kochi Mangaluru National Gas Project. So okay, this was the news. This was the important news. Okay. So this was the only thing in the current affairs section. The other section, the other things which I have mentioned earlier in this video. So next I have covered vocabulary section, also the English literature, which is also important for the ISN case. And the vocabulary section, I have about collected 10 words that were they are not kind of a lot of higher kind of words, but they are simple kind of words, and I have included them also. So the first word is protracted. It means lasting for a long time. So remember it. Protracted means lasting for a long time. Second word is burgeoning, beginning to grow or increase rapidly. So that is the meaning of burgeoning. Then the next one is the foundering. Foundering means stumble or fall from exhaustion. Next word was shoals. Shoals means shallow, or it also means the group of fishes. Next Number 5 word was trumping, surpass by saying or doing something better. It was the meaning of it. Accretive, it means characterized by gradual growth or increase. Then the next thing which is mentioned, stakeholders, it is not a kind of a difficult word, it is easy word. A person with an interest or concern in something, especially in a business, that is called a, he can be called as a stakeholder. Okay. Then the 8th word is silos. It is the structure for storing bulk materials. Then 9th one is the stifles, to stop something happening. And the 10th one is incentive, which means something that encourages you. Okay, so this was the whole editorial section. It was the whole newspaper analysis of the Hindu. So this was the analysis of the 17 November 2020, the Hindu paper. So I will definitely I will upload videos on the regular basis of the Hindu newspaper, the whole analysis of it, which is very important for the IS in case both prelims and mains sections, all the papers group GS1, GS2, GS3, GS4, all these sections, the newspaper section is very important for them. So guys, if you like the video, so subscribe this channel, and so take care, bye bye.